I want to level this out, son. Fix this a little. I can't see the screens. You know what I'm saying? Into the live start when I use this particular app. With that being said, how's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Today we're gonna be talking about Jamie Foxx. But we're gonna be talking about Jamie Foxx, but at the same time, we're not gonna be talking about Jamie Foxx, just so we could be clear. But we are gonna be talking about Jamie Foxx, but at the same time, we're not gonna be talking about Jamie Foxx over here. Also, 6ix9ine. He has a situation that just recently happened. I was gonna drop a video on it yesterday. We got some things that we're doing over here. I got to make sure that everything is running well. So I got a couple of more things that I'm doing before I could be all the way off to the races. We just got to make sure that everything is aligning with each other at the moment. But we're just doing really well over here, as you can obviously see. You can see the progress. With that being said, 6ix9ine. Apparently, now he owes $9.8 million. He hit somebody with a bottle. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later also. I guess since we're still discussing it, the Hassan Campbell situation. We're gonna also obviously speak on that, just so we can be clear. We have a question up already. We have a question and we have a poll. The question, and I would love for y'all guys to just put this in the comment section whenever you get ready, is: do you think Hassan Campbell has learned his lesson? We already have a poll up, just so we can be clear. The poll is: do you think Hassan Campbell, or who do you think they will find the person who shot Hassan Campbell? We'll talk about that poll in a minute. That poll is not going to stay up indefinitely, so please vote as quickly as possible. The question is: do you think Hassan Campbell has learned his lesson? I'm going to put that in a poll a little later also, just so we can be clear. Excuse me. But I would love to know what you guys think about that in the comment section for the people. Hopefully we get some answers. We get all of the answers. I want to know what you guys think about that. With that being said, I want to get back to let's start the show. We have no comments right now, so we're not doing roll call. This would have been an early roll call. I don't have anything to actually say today. I have no monologue. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I got monologue. I gotta say something real quick. First of all, shout out to the New York Knicks. So the NBA is doing this thing for everybody that don't know. And the thing that the NBA is doing is that they're having this in-season tournament. I'm not 100% sure what you're supposed to get if you win the tournament, at least other than money, I guess. I'm thinking that they should actually have parameters upon winning the tournament that extend to the playoffs. That would make more sense. That would make people take the in-season tournament more seriously. The real reason why they're having this in-season tournament, just so everybody could be clear, is they have a new deal with the television deal. They have a new television deal that's coming up. So what they want to do is, because ratings have been down previous seasons, and the television deal was based off of ratings, obviously, and not just playoff ratings, because that's a different situation. It's based off of the in-season ratings. So apparently ratings have been down in the NBA over the last couple of seasons. So this year they want to get the ratings up. So that's why there's an in-season tournament. That's the real reason. Like, I don't know what they're telling me. That's why I said I don't know what they're giving anyone. But if they give somebody something, it would be dope if it had implications on the postseason. If it was a spot in the postseason, or that would be lit. If it was just like you can get an automatic spot in the postseason, that would be all. That would be all of the lit. Imagine if they said you get an automatic spot in the postseason and you get a first round bye. That would be like, oh, these guys are incredible. People would really, basically, that would make it a tournament. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, in any regard, I wanted to say this. So the Knicks actually played against Washington the other night. Washington has a player on their team. That player was courting Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose shows up to the arena. Now, before I can go too far in this, I'm going to say this. Ruby Rose is like, I mean, like, that's literally, you know how you be like, I really like bodies matter. Bodies matter. It do. Don't let nobody lie to you. But in Ruby Rose's situation, even a high body count, I might be like, we got to think about this. Like, you know what? No, I hear what you're saying. This might not work, but it might. It's like, is Ruby Rose over there. Anyway, so Ruby Rose shows up to the game. I've never been a fan of Jordan Poole's because he carries a lot, he travels a lot. The refs just let him get away with it, apparently. So I've never really been a fan of Jordan Poole's per se. So Ruby Rose shows up to the game last night, and he's playing against the New York Knicks. I believe it was last night. They got absolutely crushed. He shoots 18%. That's terrible. He scored 8 points, fam. How do you shoot 18%, fam? That's bananas. Anyway, so he shot 18% and he scored 8 points. And this is something that I have to say, and this is something that I want to point out. People look good when they're in a good system. So you have a lot of people that they don't, it's not that they're talented, it's that they're in a good system. You understand? So that's just how life is, also, just so we can be clear. Life is like that. You know, sometimes we have the things that make us, you know, stand out, make us individuals. And sometimes those things are curated to the point where they become, you know, we become very good or even great at these things, right? But at the end of the day, it's the system. You have to be able to plug in somewhere and be able to be effective, independent of whatever individual skills you have. Jordan Poole is not an individual who you can put into a situation that other players can benefit from having him on their team. And that's like the number one thing about being a part of the team. How does other people benefit from having you around? In any regard, I just want to mention that he got an opportunity to play in front of Ruby Rose, and he absolutely just crapped the bed. I just want to say this also. The main reason why I started playing inside of Malali's park, because I used to play a lot in Brotherhood growing up. That was my main park, right? So I moved to Malali's, and one of the main reasons why I moved to Malali's because there was chicks at Malali's. Even if they weren't playing, there was chicks in the park. So I'm gonna kill you. We got some females around. They're watching, and I'm gonna get the rock, and I'm gonna be unguardable. And then you're gonna get the rock, and I'm gonna take it from you. And this is how the game is gonna go. And there's gonna be chicks, and they're gonna be watching. And so, yeah, I don't know how he crapped the bed when Ruby Rose pulled up here. He was supposed to go off. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Y'all some cock blockers. With that being said, let's get to the show. First thing we're going to do is talk about the poll we have up. Do you think they will find the person who shot Hassan Campbell? 7% said yes. 73% said no. 20% says like, yo, we just here to seize the results over here. 15 people voted. Please get some more votes in. I'm probably going to kill that. It's at 37 minutes. When it get to about the hour range, I'm probably going to kill that. Please get your votes in. I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, get your comments down in the comment section. It says, do you think Hassan Campbell learned his lesson? And what I mean by that is we can't be just throwing out indiscriminate threats at people. That's kind of bananas. We can't be in a place just yelling at everybody around saying, I'm going to get your ass, you sucker. That doesn't work. First of all, God doesn't like when we speak negative things. So we should try not to do that. Also, God likes when we are kind. So we should try to do that. Also, God does not like violence. And so the only violence we should commit is necessary violence. If violence is not necessary, we shouldn't commit it. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes violence is necessary. With that being said, y'all hear about Jamie Foxx, right? I'm going to tell you two things. The first thing is this. I saw somebody put an ignorant post on social media. I'm going to explain why it was ignorant. It said, did Diddy just snitch on Jamie Foxx, Jimmy Iovine, and it was a third person? All three of these people are now in trouble, right? For the same thing. Said, did Diddy snitch on these individuals? That's what they said, right? So, just so we could be clear, and I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. The reason why I think this is ignorant, because we have to stop just assuming people are snitching all the time. There's so many reasons other than a nigga told. That's one, right? Two, there needs to be victims. So what do you mean Diddy snitched? There needs to be actual victims that's willing to come forward for the police to be able to do a thing. Unless you have video evidence. So you're saying Diddy had video evidence that he turned over and these women just forgot it existed? So just so we could be clear, I'm going to tell you what I believe is happening. Have y'all seen Diddy post anything about the Palestinian-Israel situation? Have you seen Jamie Foxx post anything about the Palestinian-Israel situation? Have you seen, who's the other gentleman that I just mentioned? Jimmy Iovine post anything about the Palestinian? Jimmy Iovine also, who I believe is a Jew, just so we could be clear. Did you hear him? Did you see him post anything about the Palestinian-Israel situation? I don't know if they did. So if somebody could go find the post and send it to me where they posted where they was at on one side and or the other, let me know, because you want to know who hasn't said a word and he is Palestinian. He can't go back to Palestine, by the way. Matter of fact, he better not never see another Palestinian. They pissed off at him. You know who it is, right? Khaled. So I want to explain to you how I believe this to work. I can be wrong. What the heck do I know? How I believe this is to work is, on your way up, we all make mistakes. Making mistakes sometimes actually help you go up, because people will allow for you to get wins when they have something that they can tear you down with. If he gets too big for his britches, do we got anything on him? Be mindful of that. So I say all that to say, you know, it seems a lot more plausible than Diddy went and snitched on a whole bunch of people. That there was some calls made out that you guys got to do a thing. And for whatever the reason is, they decided not to. Can anybody find anywhere where they posted any of those three people? I'm curious. I can be wrong about this. What the hell do I know? I just came into this information last night. When did you guys hear about it? Now let me tell you about the situation he's accused of, just so we can be clear. There was a party. There was a young lady at this party, right? So what happened is, they have a drink or two, whatever the case is. He pulls her to the side, right? Then allegedly, he begins to grope her against her will. She doesn't know what to do, though. This is Jamie Foxx. Allegedly. He then takes some of his fingers and inserts them into each one of her below orifices. Orifici? Before he actually did that, though, there were some people that were there. They saw this. They stayed shut, walked away. Then he did the fingers thing. She was paralyzed. She didn't know what to do. Eventually, her friend came over. Now, this is basically in the open, just like in the corner or something. So then, allegedly, at this point, during the alleged assault, her friend comes over, saves her from the situation. This happened, I think it's saying 8 years ago. I'm just going to say something real quick. Do y'all remember what happened to Jonathan Majors? Am I going too fast here? Because sometimes I like to slow down to make sure I'm not losing anyone. So I don't know if I'm going too fast here or not. We haven't really been on one of these in a while. If I should slow down, let me know. I don't even know if anybody could comment. Nobody's commented. I don't even know if y'all guys are commenting and I can't see y'all comments. Let me hit one of these buttons. Y'all commenting and I can't see y'all comments because I don't see any comments. I don't even know if anybody can comment. Let me go into my own chat and drop a comment real quick just to make sure that everything is fine. This is a fact, fam. I don't. Y'all might be saying some dope stuff, and I can't see it for whatever the case is. Chat working. Boom. All right, let's get back to it. I once had well, quite a few times I've had a couple of people tell me in the morning everybody's working and their hands are busy, so therefore they're not chatting. Also, that when I'm really on a roll, people generally don't chat because they're busy listening to what I'm talking about. So not to be worried. I'm going to take this as one of those two situations, or probably both of them at the same time. Let's go. With that being said, so basically, her friend came over allegedly and saved her, is what she's saying. So that's what he's now getting sued for, just so we could be clear. Now, there's another guy. He's also being sued. The other head of Bad Boy, Harv, I forgot his last name. He's also being sued. What he's being accused of is, and I'll talk about Jonathan Majors in a second. Give me one moment. What he's being accused of is basically he had an assistant and he hired the young lady. And when he hired the young lady, he groomed her apparently. And hold on, I got a lot to say here, so just bear with me. He groomed her apparently, and then in that situation, he started sexually taking advantage of her and whatnot. I'm gonna say something real quick, and this is something where I stress men and women adhere to this. Do not date employees. Never. Never sleep with an employee. When somebody becomes an employee, they're an employee. Period. You're not sleeping with them. You're not hiring somebody just so you can hit. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to improve your own charisma. Okay. You're going to figure out how to relax and say the things that help your situation in the moment. You're going to improve your own charisma. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Instead of trying to look for artificial ways of changing the elements or the situation, what we're going to do is we're going to look into ourselves and we're going to improve ourselves. So you won't need to do those things, just so we can be clear. Now, with that being said, don't date employees. Oh, shit. Okay, so Shout out to our collective. They actually sent me the Harv paperwork recently. Oh, here we go. Right here, we got the Harv paperwork right in front of us. It's good to be BBN, fam. It's good to be BBN. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. And I know the person that sent it to me is fine with me saying their name. But if they pull up in the chat, we got to shout them out. If not, I'm going to keep it. All right? That's how we do that. All right. So I'm waiting for a download real quick. Somebody emailed me a thing. No, don't re-download the bitch. Just one time should be enough. Part of my language. We're going to open this real quick over here. Convert to a note. No, don't convert to a note. Give me a PDF. All right, we got some. All right, so basically, Harv, the situation I was just explaining to you. They're saying, please take notice that you're hereby summoned to answer the complaint, which I'm okay. Boom, boom, boom. This is the summons. The adult female resident in New York State of New York, and an employee of the defendants. Once again, stop sleeping with people you employ, fam. Don't do that. First of all, I'm going to keep it a stack with you. That make it look like it's one thing not to be out there trying to holler at everything. It's another thing to have to hire a woman in order to be able to pull her. Like, that's kind of bananas. Fam. Like, how did you find your wife? It was a job application. It's kind of bananas, fam. It's bananas. I don't know what to tell you. In any regard, shout out to Kendra. So my birthday's on the 25th. Today is Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna say happy Thanksgiving, I guess. I'm not really big on American holidays at all. But, or should I say, holidays that are not in the Bible. I don't really care to really indulge in them too tough. So I will say this much, right? Just to be clear about something. Shout out to Kendra. Still, every year on my birthday, I do the same generally too. But still, every year on my birthday, she contacts me to tell me happy birthday. She probably got some kind of gift she probably wants to send me or give me. Shout out to Kendra. Good woman. Good woman. Don't need a gift, by the way. Well, you could hang out. We could go hang out if you want. Don't need a gift. The action is brought pursuant. Okay, so let's get back to this. The conduct at issue constitute an actual offense against an adult in a violation of a section within Article 130. Also, he could be in real trouble because he was taking her from state to state. So some of these occurrences happened in different states. And if that's the case, this is 100% federal jurisdiction. Just so we can be clear for everybody that don't know. That's how that works. You get it? Okay, so I'm trying to skim it. You know what I'm saying? I just got it right now. We're trying to skim it, get some good stuff. Adult violation is section within 130 New York. The predecessor statute. Oh wow, shit. That prohibited such conduct at the time of the act and resulted in physical and psychological, emotional injuries. As a civil case, as a civil cause of action, we previously time but barred prior. Okay, wowzers. Okay, so basically there's something that just recently passed, which are allowing for these people who are victims to now file civil cases when previously they weren't able to. If I'm reading that correctly, So that's why everybody's jumping out of the woodwork. They couldn't before. I'm curious if those people that I mentioned also were supportive of Israel. Don't get this. Did they show outward support of Israel? I'm wondering about this because also they took Diddy out of Macy's. For everybody that don't know, they're closing out his Sean John line out of Macy's. Diddy is being X'd out. The deadline ends in 2 days. That's why these women is coming out now. I know I read that right. Shout out to Third Eye Network. Salute. I know I read that right. I keep telling y'all, I keep telling y'all, I'm not just a content creator, fam. I know what I'm talking about. I keep telling y'all. The deadline is in 2 days, apparently. So the deadline, I guess, is like midnight tomorrow. So that's why all of these people jumping out of the woodwork. They coming out like they are. Huh? But also, in addition to that, I want to know if any of these people were supportive of Israel. Or did they just don't say nothing? Because there are a lot of people that just haven't said anything at all, and they're being attacked by individuals that think that they should be supporting Israel. Sean Combs does a lot of business with people of the Jewish faith, right? The Jewish people, right? And with all due respect, no disrespect intended, but with all due respect, right? I would assume a lot of people do. Do you remember, and just so we could be clear about something, just remember this. Do you remember when the Democratic Party, y'all might not know this. So apparently, I forgot when it was. I think when Trump ran the first time, they paid someone, I can't remember if it was the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. I think it was the Democratic Party. They paid Jay-Z just to not say nothing. Like they paid him not to say who he support. Like they paid him. That's bananas. They didn't, and I'm not even sure which side it was. They didn't pull up and say, yo, Jay, we need you to put in a good word for us. They said, yo, look, son, do me a favor. We need for you to say nothing. We good with that. Just, don't support us, but also don't support the other side. What do that sound like? I'm just saying, what does that sound like? Third Eye Network said didn't know they took his clothing line out of Macy's. No, they are discontinuing it, basically. They're on the way of taking it out. I'm guessing they're only selling what they have. They're not getting any more new product. That's what I think they're saying. I'm not 100% sure, but look it up on Google. You could Google this stuff. Let's get back to what they're talking about this guy real quick, and then I'll tell you what I know, and I'll keep it pushing. But from what I just read, basically what it said is they're gonna discontinue, and it does say it right here too. November 24th. Let me get back to where it was so you can understand what's going on, just so we can be clear. It says, as a civil cause of action, we previously time barred prior to November 24th, 2022. So I guess November 24th, 2022 was when it started, and it's ending November 24th, 2023. They gave a year. You understand? So that's basically why she was able to do any of this stuff. He has count 1, count 2, count 3. Hold on. I'm going to tell you how many counts there is real quick. 4 counts. I see 4 counts. I'll tell you what they are real quick. Count one is actual battery against Harve Pierre, saying that the plaintiff incorporates all consistent paragraphs of this complaint as if fully set forth under this count. So they're just confirming that this is what they're saying happened. From approximately 2016 to 2017, defendant Pierre engaged in unpermitted, harmful, and offensive body contact upon the person of plaintiff. Plaintiff did not consent to the harmful body contact. As a direct and proximate result of the foregoing, plaintiff sustained physical, emotional, psychological injuries along with pain and suffering. Count two, gender motivated violence, cause of action pursuant to 10. Okay, that's just what it is, the actual claim. All right. The plaintiff incorporates, same thing, that this is what they're saying is true. Plaintiff is a member of the class of persons that administrative code is intended to protect. So I'm guessing that's women. The administrative code, I'm assuming that is speaking about women, maybe black women specifically, but women is code S10 dash 1104, and it's intended to protect women. It might be colored women, but women. The plaintiff is a victim of a crime of violence motivated by the agenda perpetrated against them by Pierre as alleged herein. So basically, they're saying that the only reason why he committed these crimes is because it was she was a woman. Like, these crimes wouldn't have been able to be committed. The only reason why these crimes were committed because he was a woman. So the first count, just so we could be clear, is taking advantage of the grape. The second count is saying I wouldn't even have had that happen to me if I wasn't a woman. So if you could prove the first one, the second count is automatically proven. I'm not trying to laugh, but I'm just saying what it is. They said plaintiff was injured as a result of the defendant's conduct in causing, enabling, and participating in the commission of a crime of violence motivated by gender as defined by Chapter 11, Section 10-1103, and therefore may bring this cause of action against all defendants. So there's more people, not just him. There's more people. I'm going to explain where they say it's more people real quick, and then we're going to go. They said the conduct of in causing, he did it. Enabling, there was other people also. Wait, Ganju wrote said Hassan Campbell, he got 2 days. Maybe we should make one of those videos. Oh, Ganju. So he caused the problem, he enabled the problem, and he was participating. So not only was he enabling, and he was encouraging. So when what I told you was going on with Cassie, and saying because of that, she sustained physical, emotional, and psychological injuries. I'm going to read comments in a second. Let me just go through these counts real quick. The third count is against Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and Combs Entertainment. Once again, remember what I told you happened to Cassie. Says that these things is what the plaintiff is saying. Once again, that's how it always begins. Then there's more than one defendant. Each defendant and plaintiff a duty of reasonable care to protect the plaintiff from injury. It's neglect. Basically, I believe, without even going any further, what she's saying is that Bad Boy Entertainment, her and her lawyers, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and Comb Enterprises, they're responsible for what happened to her because at that time they had a responsibility to make sure that nothing happened to her. She was under their care. She was an employee, and the things that happened to her actually happened to her while she was working. They didn't have a safe work environment. There was neglect. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm assuming without even reading anymore. That's what I'm assuming it's about to tell us. Each defendant owned a duty to care for the plaintiff's employer. Each defendant owned a plaintiff a duty to protect the plaintiff from harm because each defendant also had a special relationship with Pierre. Each defendant owned plaintiff a duty to control the conduct of Pierre because each defendant had complete ability to control Pierre's access to individuals like plaintiffs to prevent the foreseeable harms associated with assault, giving rise to the special relationship with Pierre and the duty to control Pierre's conduct. Basically what I just said. And then they're just gonna most likely the rest of this is just redundant. You understand what I'm saying? So it's each defendant breached its duties to the plaintiff. Defendant failed to use ordinary care and determine whether their facilities and people were safe and are determining whether they have sufficient information to represent their facilities sufficient information, to represent their facilities and people as safe. So basically, it's just going to be a redundancy after that. That's to make sure that you're covered in all legal terminology. So you don't just say something one way. There's a redundancy. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, the rest of this is probably just going to be a redundancy until we get to the next one. And it says defendants breach their duty to the plaintiff by failing to use reasonable care. Still more redundancies. So basically, just so y'all can see what I'm looking at. All of this is basically just a redundancy. Then I read the very next line. That's another redundancy. They're making sure that there's no way that the defendant could say anything. That you understand? Like, no, you guys are liable, and we're gonna list all the different reasons in which why you're liable, even though all of these reasons sound like we're saying the same thing. Defendants should have known that there was a risk of actual assault for these working within the defendant's organization. Just another redundancy. If I'm saying anything wrong, please put it in the chat. We're gonna go to the next one. Negligent hiring, training, supervision. Basically, just reading the title of what the last one count 4 is basically just saying, these people were employed at your agency. So not only did you have a person that worked for you that conducted themselves in this manner, you employed a person that worked for you that conducted themselves in this manner, and or people. Because if it's anything like the Cassie situation, like there was like there's a reasonable understanding for conduct that a reasonable understanding of care that you have to give to an individual that is in your care when they're working for you. Like that's why there's OSHA. You see what I'm saying? So that's what goes on. What's going on with that dude? You involved in this? Let's read some comments. You involved in this? I'm curious. If you're involved in this, let me know. Let's read some comments real quick, and we can get to some of them. We're gonna get to a little bit of Hassan Campbell conversation, and we're gonna come back. Shout out to Trojan. He says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone except the Cowboys fan. Oh, yeah, turkey dry. You want that turkey to be as dry as the desert. Ganju says, question, because Hassan Campbell filed for this. Hassan, he got 2 days. He should try to file for the suit. He complains about it enough. Hold on. So this thing that he complained about, Cassie getting money for, that eventually ended up a situation transpiring where he got shot. You mean to tell me he can go also file this paperwork, but he too busy in the hospital being shot? He could have also filed this paperwork, but he decided to go down to the projects and yell at people. Is this what you're telling me? I'm curious. Because all of that sounds like shenanigans. Sheesh. Shout out to Bush. Shout out to the kid is back. He said Bushwick in the building. Salute. All that sounds like shenanigans. Dude could have went. Hold on. Let's talk a little Hassan Campbell. Put it in the chat if you want us to stay on Hassan Campbell or if you want us to go back to the situations that's happening with Jamie Foxx and the rest of these guys. That's what it sounds like, right? Wait, which one is what it sounds like? Which one is what it sounds like? The Hassan thing or the other thing? But because look, listen, pay attention. I don't even know why Hassan, and this is not the first time I've said this. I do not know why Hassan goes over there and yells at those buildings. Whoever the people are that he's pissed off at, they don't live there no more, fam. They're not there no more. They dead and gone. No, God rest their soul. Whatever. We wishing the best for everybody. They gone, fam. They either moved, they were too young to do anything to help. But you mad at the people who are your age? You could, if you mad at the people who are your age, you could have helped yourself, fam. See, I'm gonna tell you what it is, Hassan Campbell, and I'm gonna be clear with you. You're getting your money, but you're not getting your money because you're dealing with God. So that means that your money got to come with pain. All right? That's not hate. Just explaining. You're not dealing with God. So therefore, your wins got to come with pain. That's what's happening. Just so you know. That's why your channel only pop when you go do something that goes viral and it's a bad look for you. All right? And that's not hate. I do not hate our brother. I love our brother. I love everybody. He's not even a person that I would say I can't deal with. I mean, I don't know him. He might be a great person as far as I know. But I will say this. When you're dealing with the Most High's energy, you might have hard times, but he always got your back. It's different. You're going to win in the end. All you got to do is stay with him. But when you're dealing with Satan's energy, right, it's different. Because Satan's going to build you up in the beginning and give you everything that you freaking want, and God is going to let him. But you see, when you get everything, you're supposed to know who really gave it to you. And that's God. And then you're supposed to go do God's will, but you can't. Because you've been convinced that you're getting these things because you're doing Satan's wishes. But Satan only has dominion over the earth because God gives it to him. And that's the part people forget when they choose their master. My master is the Most High. I'm a very happy servant. And I'm happy to call myself a servant. Just so we could be clear. Shout out to 27. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. Everybody get your votes in. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think they'll find the person who shot Hassan Campbell? I want to change this. I give y'all a couple of more minutes to vote. I want to change that question. So please get those votes in real quick. And let's have a conversation about that. Put it in the chat. What do y'all think is the possibility of them finding the guy that the person, we don't know who it was. Like, you're going to say the guy that shot Hassan Campbell and somebody's going to come out like, why are you giving me an agenda? You don't know my gender. That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be mad as hell. They be like, they gonna call the newspaper. They gonna pardon me. They gonna call the newspaper. They gonna be like, Daily News. Why did you call me a guy? It's gonna be a whole dude with a beard. Their voice gonna sound like Oscar the Grouch. Oh man, they gotta have a whole unibrow. They gotta have a super unibrow. That's the unibrow that not only connects here, but it also connects here. Oh man. All right, let's get back to what we doing. I'm gonna close out this question. I got another question to put up there. This can't be up there indefinitely. All right, we're gonna end the poll. I'm assuming everybody that wanted to vote on that one got the opportunity. If you didn't, my apologies. But we gotta go. Anyway, the question was, do you think they will find a person who shot wait, what? Do you think they will find the person? See, I was thinking, I was like, if I put God, I don't know who's gonna show up in here. They're gonna start saying I'm transphobic. I might be. I don't even know what that means. I have no fear of myself being trans. I want to say something real quick, and this kills me. Y'all know phobic means the fear of, right? Y'all do know that's what it means, right? So you know when somebody calls you homophobic, they're basically saying that you're scared that you are gay. You know that, right? They're not saying, I don't care what they think they're saying. I'm telling you what they're actually saying. They're not saying that you don't like gay people. They're saying that you're responding the way in which you're responding because there's a fear that you yourself is gay and you don't know how to handle those emotions. Just so we can have a little English lesson real quick while we're in the middle of talking about what we're talking about. So, I don't know. Don't allow people to call you homophobic, fam. I don't care how you care. I don't care how you feel about gay people. If you are not scared yourself that you are gay, don't let people call you that, fam. And don't call yourself that. With that being said, do you think they'll find the person who shot Hassan Campbell? 57% said no. 22% was just here to see the results. And 20% say yeah. 45 people voted. I want to say something real quick. So somebody tried to send me a message. I'm not going to say who did. So they're already trying to blame content creators. So somebody tried to get me to say some content creator's name on the channel. Like they did it. There's a reason. Like throwing their name in the mix. No, we don't operate that way over here. I used to have an admin. I'm not talking crap about nobody. I'm talking about a situation. If you pop up in here and start telling people that it was you, this is on you, fam. I'm not talking about because they're gonna know who it is. There's no way they can't. Anyway, so I had an admin, and they used to always contact me and want me to say certain things on the channel. And then I'll say, well, you can say it in the chat and then we could discuss it. But they wanted me to say it like it was my thoughts. I don't do that, fam. No one contacts me and tells me what to say about anything. Anything. Okay? People call me up and we might discuss a thing. They might say something that's so smart and on point, as sometimes might happen, that I might not be able to think of words that can be able to better visualize the picture that they gave me. So therefore, I might use their words. And in those instances, you hear me say, yo, I was having a conversation with a guy or I was talking to a person. Just so we could be clear. %22% just wanted to see the results. Your guys is the worst. I got another question to put up real quick. Now, I want to ask this as a. I got to move this out of the way. So I'm tight. Space. Do you think? I gotta remove the capitalize. Do you think Hassan, I'm putting this up just so we can be clear as a poll because nobody wants to put an actual comment too tough on the question. So I'm putting it up as a I'm putting this up as a poll because nobody wants to comment too much on the actual question. So I'm putting this up as a poll, give you an opportunity. I should capitalize both of those. Okay, so if you want to give an actual question and put it in the chat, you can do put it in the chat. The question is, do you think Hassan Campbell learned his lesson? If you want to actually write it in the chat, I would love to know what some of you guys think about that. Putting your words. Also, Ganju, if you want to call in Instagram, us, you can call in Ganju. You can speak on what we're talking about. Always appreciate you when you call in. Also, if you are enjoying this show, you could always pull up to. I'm not gonna even say it right now. Right now is a bad time. I just haven't said it not one time. The show is already at the 52-minute mark. I was gonna run through everything. So the question is, do you think Hassan Campbell will go back to Bronx River and start yelling again? 7 people have voted so far. 71% said, of course he will. And 29% said, I'm just here for the results, fam. I don't want to weigh in on this. Shout out to Brandon Washington. This is happy Thanksgiving for us. Hope all is well with you. Just got in right now. Salute my brother. Doing all of the things. Yo, we got some stuff coming up. So I got to just sort through some of my equipment over here. I need to find a couple of things. Everything, we're back, baby. Everything is back. I can't really explain yet, but we have a schedule to be all the way up and running at least by 50% by next Friday. So we're trying to be up and running by 50% at 50% by next Friday. Now, everything past 50%, the increments that those go up are different. So we can get to 50% by next Friday. Believe me, you guys are going to be more than satisfied. Shout out to JPS. Salute. More than satisfied. We're just trying to get to 50% by next Friday. And to be perfectly honest with you, we're probably more than halfway there by now, just to be honest with you. We're going to know after I look for this equipment and see how compatible this equipment is with what we have right now. When we see how compatible it is with what we have right now, then I'll have a better understanding of how close to that 50% we are. But if it's compatible, baby, all of the things, I'm just saying. I told y'all who I was. I wish that I can just walk around and shine light everywhere that I go. I wish that I can. But I understand that that's also a beacon for Satan. I understand that every time I go somewhere and I'm being my most magnificent self that I could currently be, that means that I'm inspiring somebody. That means that I'm encouraging somebody. It means that I'm doing something worth doing. So, of course, Satan is going to pull up a whole bunch of different reasons on why I should stop. A whole bunch of different reasons on why you should hate me. Not pay me no attention. Don't listen. But I just want you to pay attention to one thing. And if that thing makes no sense, then don't take me seriously at all. How often do I say what you're thinking? The next time you hear somebody call me crazy, think about what they're actually doing. They calling a person crazy that's saying the things that you're thinking that nobody else has the guts to freaking verbalize. Why would they want to shut me up for? Why would they want to shut you up for? Just something to think about. How's the stream going, everybody? Give me I'm just curious. How's the stream going? I'm just curious. Also, you know they got that button down there. Y'all can hit like laughing emojis and heart emojis and all types of stuff. I look down there periodically to see what's going on over there. That's how I can know you guys is laughing. Apparently, there's this one guy, all he does is laugh. So I don't know if that's like multitudes of you guys. I didn't think I told that many jokes. But you know what? Just keep hitting the button. I appreciate you. I think y'all see it on y'all side also, right? Am I correct about that? I'm over here trying to find the live and shit. Let me see. Could I throw some stuff? I'm trying to throw some stuff. Yeah, I'm throwing hearts over there, baby. All of the hearts. See those hearts? Those is me. I'm loving myself. This feels like masturbation. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, that was uncomfortable. Anyway, let's look at our poll real quick. Everybody, please, could we get as many people voting as possible? We only have 15 people, 14 people, 15 people voted so far. We want as many people to vote as possible. We got 81 people in the room. If you are enjoying this show, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. Also, we have an Amazon gift list down at the bottom. You could be like, yo, look, Jack, I know your birthday's on Saturday. We're going to pull up, do a couple of things. Also, we sell merch. You can always go and cop some of the merch. That would just be beautiful. Those are things that we like. And then you can take pictures in the merch. Please take good pictures. You don't necessarily got to be looking good. I hope y'all know. But take some good pictures with good lighting so I can repost the pictures and it could look halfway decent. Because if the lighting is terrible, it don't matter how good or not good or whatever the hell you look like. The lighting ain't shit. Part of my language. All of the things. Anyway. Yes, this is some of our merch, our allegedly merch. This is our merch. You could go cop this. And this is our merch. You already know our merch is and this is bleach. It's a long story. I used to live with these people. So they used to throw bleach on all of my clothes just like that. Just screw it. I don't want to talk about it. In any regard, this is the allegedly sweater. I want to see how it sounded real quick. Give me a minute. With that being said, 6ix9ine. Apparently, now he owes 9. Yeah, now I can't yell the way I was yelling before because the mic is too close to me, so I got to keep the yelling down. Apparently, it is what it is, fam. Let's talk about Hassan Campbell. Y'all want to talk about Hassan Campbell, right? Let me tell you something. Yes, sir. Shout out to Brandon Washington. Let me say something. God is good, fam. God is good. God is always good. Glory be to God. I am nothing without him. I am everything with him. I want to say something about this Hassan situation real quick. So somebody contacted me because they're trying to get me to come on live and blame like some content creator. I'm going to just be clear about this. And I mentioned this a little earlier, but I want to mention this again. Please don't just send me random, this is what you thinks, and think that I'm going to come on live and just say it. We're not doing that. I'm a little bit more responsible than that. All right? We do real news over here, fam. You can go to the gossip page, though. I'm pretty sure they'll eat that up. So basically, anyone else on this side of YouTube, like I'm literally like the only channel in the dirty side of YouTube that does actual news. Most people really are just doing gossip. I'm just going to be quiet about that, though. Not a shot. People love gossip. That's a fact. So it's not a shot. You are doing great at your job. I'm just saying we're doing something different. All due respect. I watch some of those guys' pages, so it's not shots. Yeah, I think Hassan Campbell is gonna go back to those neighborhoods and start yelling and screaming and shit. First of all, I want to know, is he gonna bring those 1,000 guys? Anybody thinks Hassan Campbell is gonna bring those 1,000 guys? Remember, he's like, yo, we're gonna bring 1,000 guys out here. Anybody here think Hassan Campbell is gonna do that? You think Hassan Campbell gonna be out there like, yo, I'm out here with my 1,000 guys. We came to stomp in old ladies' teeth. Because that's what he was talking about, right? He was talking about attacking old women. Can I say something real quick? Right? I want to say something. This dude was literally talking about stomping out old women. What up, Champagne? This dude was literally talking about stomping out old women. Kicking them downstairs. As bananas. Brandon Washington said, no 1,000 guys. Me, right, roll back up just to be like, this is where it all happened, even if he claimed to be renewed. Renewed by what? What is he being renewed by? Was that a typo? Okay. No, I got that part. Okay. So during his rant, before the shooting happened, he yelled that he's gonna come back here with 1,000 guys. No, I was making a joke that I don't think that he's gonna be renewed. I was making a joke on that. I know what you meant. Yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I was making a joke. That's my fault. I could have led a little bit further down the line to the sarcasm. I could have added a couple of more words so you could have understood the sarcasm. I don't be talking about Hassan Campbell. When have you ever seen him learn his lesson? When have you ever seen something happen and Hassan Campbell change his tactics? You that dude, fam, but I'm just saying. I know you just making conversation. I appreciate you for that. It's nice outside too. We were shooting with the phone. I would have went outside. It's nice outside. Just saying. My birthday is on Saturday. For everybody that don't know, 25th of November. That's my birthday. On Saturdays. All right, so we got 19 people voted so far, 12 minutes in. Do you think Hassan Campbell will go back to Bronx River and start yelling again? 63% said, of course he will. 16% said, he a new man. Oh, that's why, because I wrote renewed. Like, no, he's not going to do it. Yeah, but my point is, if he's a new man, renewed, then he's not going to show up and do that crap no more. And 21% was just here to see results. So once again, more people was here to see the results than believe that he's not going to do it. You guys is the funniest. Shout out to the Smoke Rebel. He says, that's my daughter's B-Day too. Yeah, happy whatever you celebrate this type of the year. My birthday is coming up. Shout out to that shit. Each time I've seen him, I can hear in his voice that his face and in his eyes, he can tell he's not going to be making smarter choices. I don't know. I think he will think heavy about it either way. I think he's going to try to make it seem like, yo, they tried to kill me. They can't kill me. I'm a hero. I don't think he's going to see it as he was the problem and he almost cost somebody. He might cost somebody their freedom if they ever found out who shot him. I don't think he see it like that. He just put somebody, because I don't know why he got shot. Also, let's just be clear about that. It might be because he was yelling outside. It might be because of something else. But if it was because he was yelling outside, then he just created a situation where he put a man in the position, or he created a situation because of his antics. Where, like, these dudes is dangerous, man. Those type of guys is dangerous. Like, it's one thing for a dude to be like, I'm gonna call the police on you, but it's a whole nother dude for a guy. It's a whole nother reason. It's a whole nother thing for a guy to be like Charleston White. He's also going to show up and create the reason why you will want to do something to him in the first place. You understand? That's different energy, fam. That makes him the police. He's going to show up and do a thing that's going to cause for you to conduct yourself in a manner or conduct the behavior that's going to need for the police to be called. That guy's the police, not the guy minding his business and you go start some shit with him and he's like, I don't want to deal with this. That guy's not the police. That guy's a civilian. He's trying to live his life, man. Don't nobody want to deal. I'm going to say this. Y'all mentally ill people who think people want to deal with y'all, we don't want to deal with y'all. And I'm saying that like this. I don't care what you say about me. I don't ever go anywhere and try to create a problem with anyone. I don't follow people around. I'm not in the damn supermarket trying to follow people to see what they're doing so I could talk about. I'm doing none of these weirdo things. I'm literally just living. That's it. I'm just alive. Somebody sent me some. I want to hear a response. I can't see the second image. Give me 1 second. I got so many people hitting me up, and y'all all got different names of who y'all think did it. Eric Adams accused of sexually assaulting a woman in 1993. I'm right. I'm right. These are political attacks against these dudes for not helping agendas. I'm right. Eric Adams is now being accused This is why they hate me, fam. I be telling y'all. I be putting y'all on the game, fam. This is not fake. What I do is not fake. trying to get this thing. I don't know. Oh, there's that one. What I do is not fake, fam. I told y'all this is politically driven. Eric Adams want money. Where do they want to send the money? Exactly. Glory be to God. Shout out to the Most High, fam. I told y'all. This video earlier when we was talking, rewind. And then I said, you know what? Let's talk about it on the other side of this before we come back. What's the other possibilities why this is happening? All right, so they opening up this legislation and it's only was open for 1 year. Don't forget, I told you that part. It was only open for 1 year. From November 24th, 2022 to November 24th, 2023. It was only open for 1 year. And why they clapping all of these dudes right at the last minute? I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. He said, we got to get them I Told You So shirts. Arthur D. Glass says, I told y'all so. T-shirts need to be made. Fam! Could we hit that like button? I'd appreciate that. Hey, y'all want to go to Manhattan today? I was thinking about going to Manhattan today. What y'all think about that? I was thinking about going to Manhattan today. Y'all want to walk around Manhattan today? I'm not dressed to walk around Manhattan. I might have to change. Former Obama advisor in custody faces hate crime charges at the halal cart. Did y'all see the situation? I want to mention something real quick. Did y'all see the situation that happened at the halal cart? When the dude came up to the halal cart, he's a Zionist, and he started talking to the dude, the Palestinian guy. He was an Arab guy, but I'm assuming Palestinian guy that was working at the cart, and he started just disrespecting him and talking crazy. So now he's being held accountable for his disrespect and his crazy talk. I'm gonna explain something. This is what they're trying to say I am. The type of person that when nobody's watching, talk to people like this. That's why the only people that really know is the people that see me every day. Why do you think they got these homeless people coming up to me trying to start trouble with me so they could say I fight homeless people? I try to hurt homeless people. So they could say two homeless people fighting. You understand? You understand? They already telling everybody I'm crazy. You understand? I'm assuming what they're trying to do is make it so that they could like call me as like I could just be walking through the street. They could send somebody to come argue with me, and then the cops call, and then the EMS is called, and then they could go get me strapped up. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have people telling the police he's crazy because they heard another person say it. 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 Nobody actually saw me do anything crazy. You understand? That's why I avoid all conflict. because I know that they're just somewhere trying to film me. Oh, this is what I meant to tell y'all. Check this happen. I go to the supermarket the other day. It's two different things I'm telling you about. I'm telling you about two different things real quick. And we can get back to whatever we're talking about. Put it in the chat. So I go to the supermarket the other day, right? And I was earlier in the day and it was only old women there. And this is no cap. It was just only old women, the people that worked there, and then there was a couple of white people. The white people looked out of place, but they also looked like I've seen them before. I know I've seen them before, right? So two things happen. I go stand to go get my lunch from the counter. Their food was fucking delicious. Shout out to Key Food. Okay, so yesterday, they had this I don't know if we call it rigatoni. I don't know what kind of noodles it was, but it was like beef noodles thing, and it was freaking delicious. Shout out to that shit. And then they had like my favorite rose gondolos, the rice and peas and shit that they get, the ones I really like, right? So it was lit yesterday. Shout out to the whole food menu they had going on over there at the Key Food. That's a fact. Anyway, so this is yesterday or the day before. Anyway, so I'm standing there and some old lady come up to me and I got my headphones on and I had my headphones off. But when the old lady came up to me, I put my headphones on. I need for y'all to understand my thinking. I don't care whether I'm wrong. I know that I'm being attacked and people are constantly coming up to me and trying to have regular conversations with me. And then they're pretending like I'm saying things that I'm not saying. You understand what I'm saying? So every conversation I have is like the person is done, the person that's talking to me, not even responding to not every conversation, but it's been happening where the person that's talking to me is not even responding to me in the way that I'm talking. That's why I told you I don't feel comfortable talking to anybody if it's not on camera. Like, so you can't go say I said something I ain't say in any regard. So the lady comes over and I don't know if she was about to say something to me or not. I just put my headphones back on real quick. Um, so I'm walking off, and in the middle of like the song changing, some other lady says something about, I think they were trying to say that was either my mother or maybe I didn't say something to the lady because I don't love my mother or some kind of weird thing like that. First of all, I'm not fortunate enough to have grown up with a mother. All right. Just so we could be clear. So that kind of hurts a little bit different when you do it, like, because people just say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? People just say anything. They don't know you. They just say whatever the hell they want. I did not grow up with a mother, so I appreciate you, lady, and I love you. I am not mad, and I forgive you. All right, I ain't grow up with a mother. I moved in with my stepmother when I was 14 years old, 13, 14. All right, she saved me from living alone. Shout out to Bertha Taylor. Shout out to the Most High. He sent her. In any regard. So the white dudes just stood out. Like there was nobody else in the supermarket. The white dudes just stood out. It was only old people in there. Fast forward, I go back to the supermarket, same night. You know, the white dudes, somehow, when I'm walking outside of the gate, I live in a gated community. Somehow, when I'm walking outside of the gate, the white dudes, same two white dudes, are just somehow in front of me, walking back to the supermarket at the same time I'm walking to the supermarket. So I said, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So that's what my headphones on. So I walk and I make sure that they walk a nice, good amount in front of me. Do you know that these dudes walked just right to the area and parked themselves right where and just stared at me? They didn't know I could see them staring at me. So they just was staring at me. So I waited until they walked and changed their position because they couldn't have just stood there and stared at me. When they changed their position, I just stood there and I stared at them. until they moved. I keep telling you, there's people following me around. I know it sounds crazy because there's no reason to be following me. That's crazy in itself. But there's people following me around, fam. And it's bananas. I'm assuming for whatever the reason is, they couldn't get a dope fiend or something to follow me that day. That's what I'm thinking happened. I mean, dope fiends just walking around the supermarket ain't gonna work. So I guess the black ladies that they were hiring before have decided not to help them. I don't know. But dope fiends just walking around the supermarket watching me and filming me is probably not gonna work. You understand? The supermarket is gonna be looking at these guys, figuring they're gonna try to steal. Do you understand why they had to come in the building themselves? Anyway, with that being said, I do not live a normal everyday life. I wish I did. I wish I could go and hug the world, but I can't. But it would be dope if I could. But that's not something that's gonna happen, and you gotta just live with it. Let's go to. We have 27 votes. Do you think Hassan Campbell will go back to Bronx River and start yelling again? Of course he will, 68%. He a new man, meaning that he's not, 14%. And just here for the results, 18%. So there's more people there to see the results than think that he's not going to go back to Bronx River and start yelling again. I'm going to tell you why I believe he's going to go back to Bronx River and start yelling again. I don't believe he believes that he has an identity outside of Bronx River. I don't think that he has an identity. I don't believe that he believes that he has an identity outside of being molested by Africa Bambaataa or being in a sexual relationship with Africa Bambaataa. I'm not trying to argue with this dude, but it's not the way he says it happened is not the way that I heard it happen. I'm not trying to argue with this dude though. I do understand being groomed. I absolutely understand that, and I'm not going to argue with the dude. But the way that he's saying it happened is not the way that I heard it happen. Okay, for multiple sources, just so we could be clear. I heard it was just. I'm not here to put anybody on trial. There's a reason why he can't sue Africa Bambaataa and it be successful. You understand? For everybody that don't know, shout out to the Star Report. So Star had this lawyer lady, I believe she was a lawyer or a documentary lady doing the documentary. And y'all know how Hassan Campbell came to the YouTube, right? It was basically because of Star. Star was interviewing him on the Africa Bambaataa situation. Yes, Brandon Washington, salute. Have a blessed day. He was on the Africa Bambaataa situation, correct? So that's how he actually blew. That's how people started knowing about him because he came to the internet and he was for the kids. And who in the hell could be for somebody that's for the future, for the kids? Be against somebody that's for the kids. So he came to the internet, he was for the kids. So that's how he actually blew. So that's how he actually blew, just so we could be clear. So I believe that he just believes his own identity to be so closely tied to his trauma and so closely tied to Bronx River that I just don't know if he's even capable of not going over there anymore. Brandon Washington wrote a comment and I didn't get back to reading the comments. Each time I've seen him, I can hear in his voice and in his face and in his eyes. You can tell he's not going to be making smarter choices. Oh, you did? I did read the comment. No, I don't think that he's going to make better decisions neither. I'm going to say something. I don't want to say that because I want to talk on nobody kids. So I tell people this. An easy way to tell how a person is to look at their animal, to look at their pet. If their pet is happy, that tells you something. If their pet is disciplined, that tells you something. If their pet is always fearful, that tells you something. If their pet is overprotective, that tells you something. Because the way that the pet is going to carry themselves deal directly with the relationship that they have with the owner or whoever they think the alpha is. You understand? This is called a pack mentality. You get it? They feed off of the alpha. So one way to tell if a person is genuinely a good person is you look at the condition of their animal. If their dog is clean and happy, that means that they're pretty nurturing. It says a lot. If their dog is clean, happy, and disciplined, that means that they don't only care about the care of their dog physically, how their dog look, because that could be vanity. They care about how their dog feels and their dog's ability to be able to stay alive when they're not around. The reason why this is important is because you could extrapolate those same ideals out when we talk about children. So when you see a child with their parent and they look nervous, I'm just something we should be mindful of. We don't know the situation. So I think that we have to be a little bit more understanding sometimes when we're talking about some of these individuals, because there's other people that also are affected. Hassan Campbell is loved by some people, and by other, he's just absolutely hated. I'm loved by some people, and by some people, I'm absolutely hated. It is what it is. But how often do you see me doing things that help to accentuate why people should or why people might dislike me? Half of the time, all you hear is stories. They'll bring up a video from 3 years ago on why you should hate me today. Like 3 years ago, I wasn't a different person. You understand? They'll talk about some shit that happened 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, you a different person from 2 years ago, right? So you got to pay attention. What time is it? It's only 10. What time many hours we been? An hour and a half. Anything y'all want to talk about? This is Thanksgiving. I do not want to hold y'all. This is Thanksgiving. I do not want to hold y'all. Anything y'all want to talk about? Maybe we go live because I'm thinking about maybe going to Manhattan. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not 100% sure. If I was dating somebody, I probably Then I was supposed to go somewhere too. Somebody asked me, did I want to come and spend Thanksgiving with them? But I don't think I am. I think I'm just gonna stay home. So Kendra wrote me this morning saying, happy birthday, stuff like that, because this is around the time my birthday is, right? But I want to tell you the most dopest line that she wrote, right? I'm gonna tell you the dopest line that she wrote real quick. I'm not gonna show you the whole comment. The dopest line that she wrote was, she wrote, so happy birthday. Then she wrote another line talking about the date. And then she wrote, you never made a big deal about it. Never made a big deal about it. Like, how could I be a narcissist if my own birthday isn't even important? How could I be selfish when my own birthday isn't even important? Thought that was interesting that she wrote that. What up, Soraya? She says, Grand Rising, Kings and Queens, peace and blessings. All of the blessings, young lady. How you doing this morning? Hope everything is going well with you and yours. We winning over here. Mm. I got allergies. We winning over here. Favorite Thanksgiving dish in the chat. I'm curious if you are, anybody can eat food on Thanksgiving. I'm very well, brother. For thanks to the Most High to support. Fact, glory be to God. How you doing this morning? Doing great. Doing great. I was thinking about ending it live and just letting you, because this is a traveling day for many. This is a prepare food day for many. Um, if our gaming was up, this would be a gaming day for us. If our video gaming was up, we would be gaming. This would be our video gaming day. We'd be gaming all day. Just for future references for people to understand how this works. Because I don't really celebrate many of these holidays. So on many of these holidays, especially the ones like this, where there's gonna be a lot of people in the crib staying home. And there's gonna be because just so we could be clear, that's what I did on holidays when I was growing up, because I didn't really celebrate anything. I didn't really go to anybody's Christmas stuff or Thanksgiving stuff or nothing like that. That was never really my thing. I just sat in the crib and played video games. Or I went to the park and played basketball, particularly on July 4th, Father's Day, Mother's Day. Those days is just always nice for some strange reason. Soraya says, I don't do Thanksgiving anymore, but I still get busy in the kitchen. And I gotta say sweet, say potato salad. Yeah, I don't do Thanksgiving either. Too tough. I don't do any holidays. Except if they're not in the Bible, I'm not really too keen. Um, I don't know. I mean, I love mac and cheese. Don't get it confused. But them yams is slamming. The yams make the whole meal better. Like, I love mac and cheese, but when them yams is slamming, like, the whole meal is better, fam. The whole meal is better. I'm over here thinking about it. The whole meal is better when them yams is slamming, fam. One of my favorite sandwiches to get, um, is the Thanksgiving sandwich. They sell it like some spots and stuff like that, where they go and they put the turkey with the stuffing, with the cranberry sauce, the gravy, on the hero. Yeah, love those sandwiches. It's a Thanksgiving sandwich. Yeah, love them candy yams too. I was gonna make a joke and say the food also. Birthday is on Saturday. My birthday is this Saturday. If you would like to help me celebrate my birthday, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal, or you could go down to the Amazon wish list that we have. We have a nice Amazon wish list. You could go cop some things off of there, or off of our shop. We also have a BBN shop where you could go cop some of our merch. If you would like to help us celebrate my birthday, or if you would like to contribute to my birthday in any way, shape, or form. Somebody told me a thing was all over IG that I can't find. What the hell are you talking about all over IG? Hold on. I just want to look because these dudes be just capping. They be trying to get you to say stuff that's not real so they can say your page is fake. Y'all want to hear about something real quick? Y'all want to hear about something real quick? I'm not going to say it if y'all don't want to hear it. So I'm going to need for somebody to say whether they want to hear it or not. If you don't want to hear it, I'm not going to say it. No, I am not going to this page. Somebody sent me something from a page that is a block page, and they're supposed to do media. I don't really trust too many of them. The reason why the page is blocked because they put up lies sometimes. You want to hear? Hold on. What was the thing I said I was going to tell you? I forgot. Hold on. Well, for one, we had somebody contact me and try to get me to name some people that could have been involved in the Hassan Campbell situation. These dudes don't even know how to spell Hassan. They spell Hassan Hasson. So I'm assuming this is the person that's always coming in here lying. Like, we got that one person that's always coming in here and they always like trying to say lies and try to get me to say the lie. And then when I don't say the lie, they curse me out and I kick them. I think that person is the one that contacted me and sent me this BS. They can't even spell, fam. Hassan is not a hard. How do you get SON? I don't know. Anyway, so they named like 3 people. And they was like, you got to say these guys' names. It's all over the internet. It's not all over any internet. Watch him to message the guy right now. He's probably just gonna curse me out and shit. You just don't want to believe me. Why? Because I'm not agreeing with you. And I'd be like, all right, so I'm not talking to you. Once you start doing that, I'm not talking no more. There's no reason for us to have a conversation. So you can't explain yourself because you don't have an actual point. So what you're gonna do is you can't take my point apart because you're just not intelligent enough to say anything that of actual value that can take value away from what I'm saying unless you just flat out lie. And so we're having a conversation and there's people around that are knowledgeable, so you just can't out lie. This is why I don't like talking to people anymore unless I have people around that I trust or at least I think is, decent people. You understand? So in any regard, so you get into this conversation with me. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm saying things that you can't disprove because the things that I'm saying, even if the things that I'm saying is wrong, you don't have the intellectual prowess to be able to discredit anything that I'm saying because you don't even know enough about what you're talking about. So what you do is you then say, by trying to take power away from the actual facts, that basically I'm just disagreeing with you, or basically I'm just upset because you're not agreeing with me. Why would I be upset that you're not agreeing with a fact, fam? If you wake up in the morning and decide to put your feet, your socks is your damn gloves. That's your business. I'm not going to be angry at you. If you decide to wear your underwear on the outside, why the hell would I be angry at you, fam? But this is what you also have to understand. While you're wearing your underwear on the outside, while you're walking around with your socks in your hands, I also don't want to be seen with you. So when you come into my chat and you're saying these things that are baseless claims that you can't prove, understand that's like you walking around with your underwear on the outside, and I really don't want to be seen with you. Can you prove what you're saying? Because that's a conversation. You just telling me I don't want to agree with you. That's not a conversation. That's picking a fight. So when you come in here and just say that I got a problem with you because you're not just agreeing with me, nah, I'm just gonna kick you. You got any kind of claim to base why I should change whatever I'm saying from what I'm saying to what you want me to say? Or is it just because you and I'm me? Because that don't work for me. That sounds like manipulation. That doesn't sound like anything that has any kind of basis in reality. And this is literally coming from a person who currently don't live in reality. I live in a weird world that these people created. As soon as I go outside, they're going to be outside following me. And I'm not capping. It is what it is. That's what it is.
Out of crime, but
That's an accident. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm hungry, so my mind is wandering. What else y'all want to What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. See, if I had an old lady, she could have been cooking right now while we doing the show and probably be in the peanut gallery and yelling things from the back and interrupted every now and then. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I was thinking about going to Manhattan because I want to walk around, but I don't want to be followed. Look, they coming after everybody that's not supporting Israel, fam. That's what this is about. By Eric Adams asking for that money, he has to speak about not sending money to Israel. What up, Tunes? All right, let's talk about the Jamie Foxx thing. We'll bring the Jamie Foxx thing back because that's also inside of what we're talking about over here. I think these guys is being targeted. I think they targeted Diddy first. I don't think these guys are getting in trouble because of Diddy. I think these guys are getting in trouble because they're getting targeted. Shout out to Ganju Rose. I know a rapper who just lost $270 million in court. It's quiet right now. 6ix9ine just lost 9.8 million. Remember when 6ix9ine hit those people with that bottle? Yeah, that person won a judgment. 9.8 million, something like that, from 6ix9ine. They won $250 million. That's crazy. I mean, the rapper lost $250 million. That's crazy. I'm going to assume it's not Drake. I'm going to say if it was Kanye, we would have already heard about it. Jay-Z has been extremely quiet and he never gets into anything. He doesn't show an opinion. If it was Puff, the shit would have just came out. I'm thinking of people who might have that much money. Can't be Dre. Text it to me. Can I know? I ain't gonna tell nobody. Nah, they just coming back for their money, fam. Just so we could be clear, a lot of this money that these rappers have, they just holding it for somebody, fam. That's it. So Jamie Foxx has been accused. Let me tell you what Jamie Foxx was accused of. For everybody that didn't hear in the beginning, because you wasn't here. You're here now. Also, hit that like button. Also, if you are enjoying the show, you could always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. Who's going to be the first? With that being said, Jamie Foxx is accused by a lady of a thing at a party. So apparently she goes to the party, right? She sees Jamie Foxx. She's intimidated. Jamie Foxx at one point or another gets her to the side. Now, the way I'm hearing is she's off in the cut, but it's still where people can get to. It's not, it's still accessible by other people. So she's off in the cut with Jamie, right? Jamie starts feeling on her. She doesn't want to be torn. Now, allegedly, there was some people that were there that was in the entertainment industry. They saw what was happening. They saw what was happening to her, and they turned around and went the other way, allegedly. Now, what happened next, allegedly, is Jamie Foxx took his fingers, allegedly, and put them inside of her in 2 holes that are below the waist. This is when she's saying that she occurred an injury. They didn't necessarily, I didn't hear how long she was sustained. At some point, a friend of hers come over and saves her from this situation. And that's what she is now currently taking Jamie Foxx to court for. That's what she's suing him over. Jimmy Iovine is also being sued. And we just got some paperwork today about a bad boy executive, or a previous bad boy executive, Pierre. What's this guy's name? His last name is Pierre. He's also being sued. So what I'm saying is, did any of these people speak out in favor of Israel or against Israel? Because sometimes this stuff happens because they tell you to do a thing and you don't do it. And Mayor Eric Adams just got caught up in it because he's not letting up. He keeps saying we need money in New York. So now he on the list. Wasn't we talking about it the other day? They got to probably get him up out of here. I'm not sure if we was talking about that. That's just one of the things I wouldn't be surprised that we mentioned. I'm not sure if we was talking about that. Yeah, they got to get him up out of there. He won't stop complaining about the money that they said they were going to give that they didn't. And rightfully so. Isn't it crazy how we're consistently talking about relevant things over here? Yeah, they were trying to unalive Jamie Foxx. Now this. Toon says the girl from the Scream 5 and 6 movie got fired from the next one because she spoke out. Yep. And Wednesday ain't coming back neither. Jenna Ortega, she not coming back neither. Jenna Ortega is Mexican, by the way, for everybody that don't know. So don't be surprised if she favored the Palestinian situation. Did you hear now there will be a stimulus coming out at the end of this month? No, I didn't hear, but I'm not surprised. There's no reason for me to be. Sounds like something they'd be doing. You do understand that they know that they're screwed up, right? Hey, how y'all like the new mic, by the way? Is this new mic, the audio a lot better? I'm curious. Hold on. Tune says you loud as AF, but it's clear and you look much clearer. Yeah, because our cameras, we on the different. We're gonna get a better camera though. But yeah, we about to get a better camera though. But yeah, we're gonna get a better camera. It's gonna be lit. Mm. Mm. You know, we're going up, Tunes. We're going all the way up. All right, we going up. All right, we going up. They scrambling now, right now. The people that was doing all the weirdo shit, they scrambling now. They scrambling. They trying dumb hard. You should see how they following me around, trying to like they going heavy. But apparently, I think they feel like they can't do it everywhere now. So it's better, I guess, because they don't feel like they could just do weirdo shit every single place I go now. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain places that I go and it seems like they're just not pulling up there. So shout out to those places, that part of the community. I fuck with y'all for real, for real. Everybody is trying to jump on the Me Too bandwagon. Well, they got up until November 24th. Tomorrow is the last day that any of these people could sign up for uh, uh, to bring civil matters in these particular situations. So that part. Yeah, so we lit. All right. I'm gonna get rid of this gray too. I'm gonna get rid of all this gray. All right, we're gonna get rid of this gray too. I was gonna take it off yesterday, right? I was gonna take all the gray off yesterday. We're gonna probably take it off today. We're gonna get all this gray off. We're gonna dye this beard out. You should do your thing from right there, homie, and don't have to be harassed. Yeah, when we move into the crib, I can, I don't have to be harassed. It's a fact. But no, we're gonna also, we're not gonna just stop going outside completely. We love going outside and saying what's up to our people. We love that. So we're not gonna stop doing that completely. That's just not something. But also, what is the weather today? It's like 46 degrees. Like if it's under 50, I don't really want to be out there if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's under 50. Thinking about my health too. You know what I'm saying? But I get harassed a lot less when I'm on camera, believe it or not. Like most of the harassment be coming. But like I said before, like they like there's certain areas that I guess, for whatever the reason is, I'm not getting harassed when I'm in those areas. So shout out to those neighborhoods. That's all I can say. But like now if I walk to the train, they feel comfortable trying to meet me when I walk to the train. You know what I'm saying? They feel comfortable trying to meet me in those stores and shit like that now. Maybe pick a certain day when to do the outside lives. No, I mean when it's a nice weather outside. If it was 50-something degrees outside right now, I might have considered it. Because it's a nice day out. Don't get it confused. It's nice and sunny. If it was like 50-something degrees, I might have considered it. I mean, it's like in the 40s. It's not bad, but if it's in the 50s, I might have considered it. It's not bad outside though. It's not bad outside though. It'd be dope. I want an orange one of these. Is there a way I can make this orange? I want an orange one. Well, not this specific one, but I want to also have an orange one so I could like interchange. Is there a way to get an orange one of these shits? I don't want these shits to be orange. We winning, fam. I told y'all we was gonna win. Don't worry, everything is coming back. Don't worry, everything is coming back. Not very long. We're gonna have everything is coming back. That's all I'm gonna say. And plus some. All right. When we get the PlayStation here, it's gonna be bonkers. It's a wrap. Everything's over with. All right. I just got to get everything else running before the PlayStation gets here, though. I created plans that other people can't mess up. There's no one to call. There's no one to contact. There's no one to get involved to throw a monkey wrench into what I'm doing. Because that's usually how they do. They contact people, call around, lie. There's no one to call. There's no one to contact. What time is it? I'm ready to eat. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm 100% ready to eat. I'm ready to go. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Because the food ain't ready yet, so it don't even matter. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I got a ton of things I got to do today. I have to find one of our. I don't even want to say what it is. There's a ton of things I got to do today, and all of those things involve bringing more content. One of the things specifically, the Instagram specifically, but it's gonna help with YouTube stuff too. But specifically, I want it for Instagram. We got everything happening, fam. Anything y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I have a local rapper that I'm supposed to be shooting a music video for soon. They just waiting for me to get my whole setup and everything back together because I'm not gonna go be like, yo, let's go do it. And I can't do the thing that they're paying me to do yet. So I'm just making sure I get everything together. Then I'm gonna go hit them up like bang, let's make it happen. So there was something that I wanted to do. You know how they have that red mic thing that they do all over the place? I was like, yo, why are we not doing that in Coney Island? Like, why are these dudes not contacting the brother? Why are we not going and setting up a thing? Like, why? Like, this so, like, I don't know if it's just me and my imagination and my just believing that I can do whatever it is that I want to do. That gives me the, like, why are we not doing that? Like, sheesh, too bad I don't got more of Coney Island friends. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hey, why are we not doing that, fam? Former bad boy president Harv Pierre accused of sexually assaulting a former employee. This stuff is jumping out of the woodwork. It's just jumping out of the woodwork, fam. This shit is just all distractions. This is all distractions, fam. They just trying to keep us distracted to what they're doing to those people in Palestine. Also, this is all distractions, fam. Did y'all hear about the latest alleged tunnel they found? So I want to be clear about something. Do you remember previously when I told y'all what they're gonna do is they're gonna say the reason why they bombed the hospitals because they couldn't lie and said that they didn't do it because they already accepted responsibility. Just so we could be clear. So for anybody that's like, oh, they wouldn't do that, they would never say that they boomed the hospitals. They already said that they did. They accepted responsibility. Just so we could be clear. So what did I tell you they was gonna do? I said, yo, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say that they had Hamas was in the hospitals. That's why they bombed the hospitals and the schools. So this is what they said, right? Hold on, just so we could be clear. I'm saying more, just so we could make sure everybody's caught up. That's literally what they said, that they bombed that they bombed them, and they say, yo, look at all these guns we found. Remember, initially, first of all, they was talking about all the guns they found. You know what they said they found now? Now they talking about they found escape tunnels. They found tunnels under the hospital and tunnels under the schools or whatever the case is, right? Because remember, they're saying that they anyway. I'm not going to go all the way into that. That's logistics. We don't need to get there. So they have tunnels under the schools, right? Tunnels under the hospitals or whatever the case is. So they was like, yo, we're going to fly this drone down there and show y'all what these people was doing. So they fly the drone. So the drone is moving, you know, like how a drone moves, right? Like that, right? And then it gets to like this place and it looks like the video was edited. Then all of a sudden it looks like the drone is going like this. Because, you know, when we walk, so there's people that believe that they're trying to do a hoax and pretend like they was actually, and this is all cat. And this is just more propaganda. There's people that believe that. Shout out to the Blackout White Castle Chef. He says, Happy Indigenous Day, People Day. Happy Black People Day? I don't think people really know what happened at Thanksgiving. That's just me talking, though. What do I know? I want to plug this in real quick. I'm gonna kill this jump off 43 votes. 43 votes. The question is, do you think Hassan Campbell will go back to Bronx River and start yelling again? 72% of the people said, of course he will. 14% of the people said he a new man, saying no. And 14 other percent was just here to see the, I should have just ended it, was just here to see the results. Put it in the chat. I want to know, do you think Hassan Campbell is going to go back over there? I'm going to say something that I'm going to find interesting. So everybody's trying to be 50 Cent. 50 Cent is like the only dude, he was like the first dude that got shot. And then all of a sudden, niggas started really effing with him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think people get it. People wasn't just effing with 50 because he got shot. I think that's just, you know what I'm saying? He was already a dude that people was kind of effing with, that people was fucking with. Like, he was already kind of like a dude people was effing with. He was already that dude. You understand what I'm saying? He was just getting blocked. Why do you think he won't let up off of them dudes? They was blocking him, and they ended up losing. He was getting blocked. If he would have lost, them dudes would have been clapping. If he would have died, them dudes would have been clapping. If he would have became a junkie, them dudes would have been clapping. If he would have never made it, them dudes would have been clapping. So I don't find nothing wrong with him keep feeling the way he feel. It seems human. Toon says, where the dude who said his man popped him on purpose? Laugh out loud. I believe it really got hit. Man, these guys just be talking. I had a dude pull up on me and try to throw some other content creators' names in the mix. Like, yo, these dudes did it. Like, he was like, yo, be the first guy, say it on your page. Fam, I just explained why 50 is never gonna dead that beef. Because if he would have lost, those people would have celebrated. If he would have lost his life, those people would have celebrated. If he would have lost, they would have celebrated. You understand? So no, I'm with 50 on that one. 100%. If he would have lost, they would have celebrated. They would have had other people celebrating his loss. I'm not one of those dudes that believe that just because you forgive somebody that you should allow for them to go back into your life. I don't believe that. That's not something I believe. I don't believe that forgiving somebody means giving somebody the opportunity to do the thing that they did that hurt you. You can forgive a person and make sure that they don't never come back around you. That's the type of forgiving I prefer. It's one thing if you do something that's obviously a mistake and it was something that you would have never did. It's easy for me to accept that apology. But when you do something and you know doing that thing is going to hurt me, I'm just going to have a different perspective of the situation just so we can be all fairness. All fairness. Totally that's how I'm going to feel. They will go to extreme measures to gain power and keep genocidal tactics. What you speaking on, Saraya? I want to make sure that I comment appropriately back. Let me know what subject you speaking on specifically so I can make sure I comment appropriately. I'm not 100% sure exactly what you're talking about. Oh, exactly what you mean. That's crazy. They accused him of assault back in 1993 is when they're saying it happened. This is crazy. This is the dude that was talking crazy. Now they got him in jail because he wanted to talk shit to the Palestinian guy. That dude, the white hair. Yeah, hold that guy accountable. Now he's smiling. Now you smiling. He was on Obama's administration. I keep telling y'all. He was in Obama's administration. He was a top aide in Obama's administration. These are the dudes he was talking crazy to. They was just like, come on, man, get out of here with that. We don't want to deal with that, fam. That's how people were trying to catch me outside acting like that, but that's not my behavior. Like, in order for me to be talking crazy about somebody, that's so far from my behavior. You understand? The dude who used to be on ESPN got assault on the chick for when he was college, got brought up. You talk about Marcellus Wiley. Yeah. They want to keep us well and distracted. They want to keep us nice and distracted. Don't let them lie to you. Don't fall for it. You know, a majority of our content basically be about not being distracted. A majority of the content that we create over here is basically because we're not distracted. Why do you think I'm so often telling y'all about things that's going to happen before it happened? How else am I doing it? Y'all probably hear my radiator. That's the radiator. The steam coming out. Oh, sheesh. I'm just hoping that the time goes so I can go get lunch. I'm hungry. I ain't even gonna get. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What y'all want to discuss? If we're not discussing anything, then I'm gonna let y'all go. This is Thanksgiving. I'm assuming you guys is like thinking about turkeys and not. I don't know. I usually just worked on these holidays when I was working. If not, I was at home playing video games. I was either working or playing video games. I promise you. Every once in a while, I go to a family event, but yeah, I was either working or playing video games. Yeah. I'm a pretty simple man. I used to never take any holidays off because I don't really celebrate them anyway. So I worked every holiday. So every holiday, I basically got time and a half. Only way I didn't work is if I wasn't on the schedule. If I wasn't on the schedule, I'm not asking to get on the schedule. You're not doing that. I'm not on the schedule, fam. Nah, I don't want to take your time. I'm good. I'll get mine the next time around. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm hungry. Do y'all think we should do a live in the middle of the day? I don't know. I got a couple of things I need to find. If we get everything going, I might as well just get to it now. If we get everything going, it's gonna be lit very soon. Hopefully before the end of the weekend, I'll be able to get to 50%. By next Friday, I'm hoping to be at 50%. Just not this Friday, next Friday. I'm hoping to be all of us at 50%. If I work hard and find a couple of things, we'd probably be able to get to that threshold by Sunday or Monday. I'm not 100% sure. We got to see what happens. With that being said, I love y'all. Please go out there. Do something beautiful. Stamp God's name on it. All right? Don't just do something worth doing, but make sure people know that you come in the name of the Most High. So go out there. Do something worth doing. Stamp God's name on it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.